In today's video, we are going to be discussing which of these two Chanel bags, so this is the mini Chanel Classic flap, and this is the small Chanel Classic flap, is the better purchase for you. It is your girl CRayneG, and either welcome or welcome back to my channel if you are a subscriber. Here we talk all about fashion, luxury, and lifestyle, and today's video is no different. In today's video, we are going to be comparing and talking about the differences between the mini Chanel, so this is the mini rectangular that I have here, and the small Chanel Classic double flap. So I have both of these bags here to compare and talk about which one may be the better investment for you. As you can see, my scenery has once again changed again. So it has changed because I am currently in Barbados visiting my mom. So my mom's decor is beautiful. So I figured since I had both these bags here with me today that I would do a little review and discussion about these two bags. Let's go ahead and start off by talking about some of the stats on the mini rectangular Chanel Classic flap. Now, some people would consider this to be a classic and other people would not consider this to be a classic, although I believe that Chanel has now said that it is a part of kind of like the classic lineup. But still it comes with a black dust bag and not a white dust bag that the other ones do come with. So I'm just gonna read some of the stats on this bag. So the bag is 4.7 inches by 7.8 inches by 2.3 inches in depth. Classic to this bag is it only comes with one long strap. Now you can get adjustment clips that will adjust the bag so that you can wear it at different lengths. But the way that it comes from Chanel is that it just has the one long strap. It does also only have one single flap inside of the bag versus the classics that do have the double flap. So you just have an opening here, which I have stuffed right now with some stuff. And I'll do some close-up shots of this bag as well. It has a zip at the back with a couple of pockets or one large pocket at the back, and then also the little moon pocket at the back of the bag. Still has the classic Chanel closure on it, but like I was saying, only has the strap that goes straight through. This bag has the ability to be worn cross-body, which you'll see with the small, depending on how tall you are and how, you know, your weight and your structure, you may or may not be able to wear the small cross-body. Now let's look at some of the stats and the inherent features of the small Classic flap. So this is my black small Classic flap in caviar leather with silver hardware. The one that you saw before, the mini, and I'll actually just pull it up here because I didn't tell you the stats on it. This is, oh, got a little bit of makeup. You guys, I'm so hot. It is so hot here, and this room has nice lighting, but it's also hot. So this is the sky blue rectangular mini with champagne hardware, and this is lambskin. Now, the minis are only available in lambskin. The small you can get in either the lambskin or the caviar. But let's go back to just the stats on the small here. And I'm reading a couple of stats off my phone because I don't know them off by heart. But you've got 5.7 inches in height. You've got 9 inches across, and then you've got 2.3 inches in depth. Again, the same classic closure on this bag, except for you have a double flap. Now I put the little cleaning cloth inside to protect from the zipper, but you have on the top of this, and I'll go in depth because I don't crank my bags, I let them kind of naturally open. I always tell my mom it's like peeping in a bag until the leather kind of softens up a little bit more. But there is a zipper closure at the top here that isn't very useful to hold anything, and then there is the slot down the back where they said Coco Chanel used to hide some of her love letters. Then inside the bag you have the large compartment with the 2 compact size pockets on either side and the lipstick holder, and then on the front you have another pocket as well. When we turn the bag around to the back, we have the same moon-shaped pocket in the back. The big difference with this bag is going to be that the straps, because of the construction of the straps, you can have them here like a shoulder bag with the double strap, which would be shorter. And then of course, with this, I'll do it for you guys by pulling, and without the little felt piece inside, this is much easier to do. This can be worn longer as well. Now the drop on this bag is much shorter, and I'm just gonna hold both my arms straight up in the air and you'll be able to tell the difference. But the drop on the classic, because of the way that the rivets are for the strap, makes the drop shorter on the small classic versus the mini.
It's cold outside, but the fire keeps us warm. We can spend the night beneath the mistletoe. It's cold outside, 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 outside. It's cold outside, outside, outside. Cold outside, outside, outside.
I just wanted to talk a little bit about my experience with both of these and why I sway maybe a little bit more towards one bag over the other one. And all of this is for me personally and my lifestyle, and things may be different for you. So I'm gonna start with the mini. I definitely love the mini. It's a great weekend bag. It's not a bag that I can carry during the week. I just don't feel like it can hold enough stuff for me. But evenings and weekend, love this bag. Love the ability for it to go crossbody, which is great for me on the weekends because I'm usually running around either in the mall or out with friends or whatever, and being hands-free is something that I really appreciate about this bag. Now, not to say that you can't shorten the strap, or sometimes I'll just tuck the strap in and hold it like a clutch, which I also thoroughly enjoy. Now, like I was saying before, the minis only, from my understanding and what my essay told me, at this time, the minis only come in lambskin leather. I was very scared about having a bag with lambskin leather because I heard that it was so easy to damage. And yes, it is easy to damage, but it wasn't as scary as everyone made it out to be. And this is a light color bag, so I also have to worry about color transfer and those kinds of things. I do not by any means baby this bag. I use this bag. I use it quite frequently. I go out with this bag. I put things in the bag. Like I'm trying to say to you, I use this bag. And from the looks of it, it's still in very good shape. I would definitely consider getting maybe the Luxe du Jour leather conditioner for this bag. They're a great place also to look for bags that are on the resale market. And mini bags have been, you know, like the craze for the last couple of seasons. Now, do I think that this bag is going to have longevity? I don't know. We're already seeing that bags are getting larger, but bags are also getting smaller. And the price point that the mini comes in at, it's a really good price point for a Chanel bag. In comparison, like my Loewe bag and some of my other, well, I would say like my Loewe bag, some of my Louis Vuitton bags come in at a very comparable price point to this, although the size of those is much larger, but the resale value on Chanel is undeniable, specifically when you get exclusive colors that were very hard to get like this. Now, let's just quickly talk about my small Chanel classic flap. I love this bag. Black with silver is like my go-to. I will always buy a bag in black and silver because I know I'm going to use it day, night, evening, during the week, whenever, and that's what this bag is for me. I consider this bag to be like a workhorse bag for me. I can use this during the day for work if I have meetings to go to, but I still want to look very classy. I can use this in the evening. I can use this on the weekend. I have the ability of wearing it crossbody, even though it kind of sits high on my body. I like that look, and you've seen it from like Jacquemus, where the crossbody sits a little bit higher, and I enjoy it. Now, the amount of space that's in this bag, sometimes depending on the shape of the items, sometimes I feel like I can fit more things in the mini versus the small, although the small does have more space in it. It's just that you have to kind of play a little bit more Tetris because of the double flap construction and because of the way that the bag is just constructed in general. Because this bag has the caviar leather on it, it is a little bit easier to take care of, but I find myself caring for these bags very similarly and babying them in the same manner. So I don't baby the lambskin one more than I baby the caviar leather. I baby them both equally. Now, of course, the biggest difference between the small and the mini, outside of some of the, you know, like the double flap and things like that, and whether or not it's in the classic lineup or it's not in the classic lineup, is going to be that the small Chanel has been around for, let's just say, like forever. And it's going to be around forever. The small or even the medium large are going to kind of be staples in everyone's collection. Whether or not mini bags are in or large bags are in, the small and the medium large are always going to be highly sought after, thus meaning the resale value on this is always going to be better than this in the long run. Maybe not in the short run, but in the long run, definitely this would be a better investment. Although the entry level for a small or a medium is significantly higher than that of a mini. So being at about 1.3 to 1.4 times the price to get from mini to a small classic. And actually I did that math in my head. Let me see what it actually is. Okay, never mind. It's much higher. So it's actually 1.875 times more to go from this to this from the mini. So you're almost paying double the price, getting the same amount of space, getting almost the same stats. Maybe it's you get crossbody out of that, which you don't get out of the classic. Maybe you lose a little money on resale value. So the entry level of the classics, meaning the small, the medium large, and the jumbo, are significantly higher than the minis. So if you want to add a Chanel bag into your collection and you already have a small, I probably would suggest that you look to a mini. So I already know that I want caviar leather, gold hardware in the mini. That's probably going to be my next Chanel purchase, unless there's a color in the mini that comes out that I absolutely love. But I don't foresee myself, unless I can get like a really nice caramel color in the small, foresee myself purchasing another small or even medium. I may purchase a medium in the caramel or medium in another like kind of neutral color if it comes out, but I don't foresee myself purchasing another classic Chanel just because of the price point. I would opt towards the minis if I were to purchase another bag at this point in time. In conclusion, both of these bags, both the mini Chanel flap and the small Chanel classic flap, are both loved bags and used bags in my collection. I love both these bags. I love this one a little bit more just because it's a classic, but I love both of these bags a lot, and they are both used bags in my collection, and cost per wear for both of these bags for me personally has been amazing. Although depending on your lifestyle and how you utilize bags, functionality, maybe your body shape, all of those things you'll have to take into consideration when determining whether or not a mini is going to be better for you or a small classic is going to be better for you in terms of an investment. Although, who can go wrong with a Chanel bag? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down in the comment section below which one of these two bags would be your preference. Do you prefer the mini Chanel rectangular or even the mini square? I don't personally really like the shape of the mini square, but I like the mini rectangular. Or do you prefer the small classic double flap? Let me know in the comment section below. Until next time.